and welcome everyone on this beautiful Saturday or whenever you're tuning into this. I'm Renee McLaughlin and I am joined by one of my dear friends, Monica Goos. And today we're going to do a deeper dive into some of the teachings of RJ Spina. So I've just this last week started something I call the Joyful Wisdom Pause. And I did it because, well, for actually a few reasons. Personally, selfishly, if you will, because I have found that in my life, it is so important for me to constantly be surrounding myself with wisdom teachers, wisdom quote all the time, so that I allow my focus and my attention on what is true and what knowing that where we place our attention, our energy, our life force flows. And where that life force flows is what I expand into my life, but not only my life, but what I am expanding into the world. And right now, the world needs our focus on what it is we truly want to explode and grow more of. And all that means is how we can create spaciousness and true freedom in our lives and in our world. And so I made the decision to do this and just give us a 90-second, just a quote where we can really feel in to the truth of these quotes, not just, yeah, where you place your attention, right? Without any real thought and resonance about what does that mean and how we can embody these truths. And one of my incredible wisdom teachers is RJ Spina, and that's why I decided to start with them. And Monica has done, she just basically took a deep dive swim into his teaching, and it has been transformational for her. So today I am so excited to be joined by Monica and to allow her to share her experience with the teachings, the transformation, and allow you all some ways that you can also go much deeper with RJ's work and with Monica. So, Monica, my dear friend, welcome, welcome, welcome. And
Thank you.
I'm going to just kind of turn it over to you. How we met, how you got into RJ, and I'm just take it away, my friend.
Well, Renee and I first met, I guess it was late in 2022. She was, she had some frequency devices, some terahertz frequency devices. And my guidance was very clear to acquire a device. And she at the time she was prolific on YouTube. She was the only one that I found who was talking about these devices. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm getting in touch with her. So and we just became really good friends over that. They are great devices. They do raise your frequency. But it's at the end of the day, what I've learned from RJ Spina is that there's nothing more powerful than our own consciousness. And all of his teachings are about empowering us to raise our own frequency. And not to say that the devices are bad. They're not. They're wonderful to help. It's like getting on an express elevator to a higher floor so that you don't have to trudge through the mud all by yourself. Once you're in that slightly higher state, then you can go much higher, much faster. But yeah, his teachings have been absolutely transformative for me. I found him on YouTube back in August of 23. And I was listening to something else, and then it rolled into the next video, and it was Peter Sapper interviewing RJ. And those two guys were, they were just bouncing off each other so well. And there's RJ there's so much joy. There's so much laughter and joy and a lightness in his being. And every word that man speaks is the truth. And, someone said a while ago, the truth will set you free. Guess what? It really does.
Mhm.
And RJ always says, only the truth heals. And the truth really does heal. And when you begin to immerse yourself, because I knew when, by the end of that first interview, I just knew it's like, this is what I've been looking, I need to study with this man. And I immediately, at that time, he had 2 books out. I bought both of them, read them immediately, even, recorded them for myself so that I could hear them over and over again because I didn't want to fuss with Audible. But I've since changed my mind, which is actually the name of the second book, Change Your Mind. So yeah, I changed my mind, and I did, I did join Audible for his third book, because the second and third books are, they're voiced by him, and he has tremendous power and energy that comes through his voice. So yeah, he's just been, every aspect of my life. I lost my husband, unexpectedly 5 years ago, and it profoundly destroyed me in so many ways. I just couldn't deal with it. And I hadn't really laughed. And, being, laughter is something most people know me for, because I have a crazy laugh. I love to laugh. And I didn't laugh really for 5 years. And once I started working with RJ's teachings and becoming present in the now moment, I'm able to, I'm laughing again. I'm happy. He's reconnected me with my joy,
Yes.
with my laughter, with knowing that, there is, only the bodies die. There is no real death.
Right.
And this whole concept of being, we've identified with our bodies so much that we've forgotten the truth, that we are actually, a fractal of the divine expressing itself and learning about itself through our experiences here in this realm. And so when you begin to hear these timeless truths, it just absolutely sets you free.
Right.
And, his first book, which I have here, Supercharged Self-Healing, this man healed himself in 100 days of chest down paralysis, retracted heart, pancreatitis, thyroiditis, type 1 diabetes, and autonomic dysreflexia. And he did that because he is a master of metaphysics. And when you understand metaphysics and how to work with your own energy, how to master your own personal energy, you hit on it earlier when you were talking about your attention. All of the nonsense that is out there, it's out there for one reason and one reason only: to capture your attention. And thereby your attention is your life force energy. So when you place your focus and attention on everything that the media is throwing at you and all of the doom and gloom prophecies that are out there, you're actually creating that dystopian timeline for not only yourself, but for the collective. So I love what you're doing. What you're doing is absolutely extraordinary. It's perfect. It's beautiful. It's timely. This is exactly what is needed. People to have the opportunity, to just have that knowing that, you place your focus and attention on expanding your consciousness, and that's what you're going to get. You put your attention on, hating this group, or, being upset about this, or, oh, that's going to go bad. The economy's going to, we're just creating that for the whomever is desiring to have that timeline. So stop it, create your own. And that's actually a class he recently did. And all of, classes are available on his website, which will be posted.
Right. So, so true. And so it really, really, there are just a few quotes, really, ideas, principles, truths, but we just use that
Mhm.
really summarize
Mm.
the thing. And then from there, there's so many places, so much depth we can get to with them. And I think the thing that is so different about RJ is that he not only shares these wisdom truths, he does it in a way that's really clear. And then he gives a prescription that we can use to get there. I have been studying metaphysics. I'm going to say spirituality. I know now he's like, no, on the word spirituality, and I understand why. But
Mm.
I'm going to call it spirituality for all these years that I've studied, etc. Um, Indian, teachers and teachers, Buddhist teachers, and they all teach the wisdom, but I don't understand. Like, okay, I get be present, be here now. I get where you place your energy, but how do we do it? Like, it's in the how. It's in the absolute prescription. Do this.
Do this. Yeah. Yeah. And,
And
and yeah, really, I have found that the core, like the foundation of all of the teachings is presence, being present. And RJ has what he refers to as instantaneous magic tricks.
right.
They're instantaneous meditations, because we have been. So first of all, let's accept the fact that we've been lied to about everything.
Mhm.
We have been. It's been suggested. So meditation, you go remove yourself from your life, and then you go do something for 20, 30 minutes or an hour, and then you go back to your crazy life.
Right.
No, what we are at the core is the I am presence. And the I am presence is meditation.
Right.
The I am presence is joy. The I am presence is that and so much more, right? So it's just about what can we do to remove those layers. And the instantaneous meditations, what they do is they bring you into the now moment, into the present, because the I am presence resides in the now. If you're thinking about the past or projecting into the future, you're actually in what he refers to as the ego mind identity. And there are no answers for you in the ego mind identity. It has hijacked your incarnation, and it is running you with with societal programming. So the programs that have been, again, these there are agendas of different programming. That's what you're creating from when you're thinking about the past, trying to figure it out, and projecting it into the future. Stop it. Stop it. Use an instantaneous magic trick. One of the favorites is pretend you just arrived here. No past, no future. Quiets the mind. And then you just hold that. And if it comes back, say it again. Another one that I love, and may not be so popular, I don't know, it is once you understand it, is just saying, I don't know and I don't care. Because when you say, I don't know, it empties the mental body.
Mhm.
You say, I don't care, it empties the emotional body. And it also brings you into the now moment. And I love how he makes the distinction between, some people, what do you mean you don't care? Well, caring, if you think about it, is having a vested interest in a specific outcome. Well, and an outcome is in the future. So now, once again, you've put yourself right back into the ego mind identity. So have compassion for everything, but just allow to be in the present moment.
And
And go ahead.
I was just sorry. I just gonna. Also, it's like when you pretend like you have just arrived. Okay, it's so interesting because, and I'm going to call it a Buddhist thing, beginner's mind. You're not judging everything from your belief system. I like to call it our virtual reality glasses that just have all our own personal software that has been programmed with all these judgments. and expectations. And, oh, we need it to be a certain way or we can't be okay. It's like, and who am I to
Mm.
judge?
Well,
I
he said the other day, people think that the opposite of love is hate. He said the opposite of love is judgment. Wow.
Oh, that's powerful. Right on.
What? Right?
Wow, right on. Now, I had a realized being teacher
Mhm.
um, for many years. Unfortunately for me, he's no longer in his body. But he used to say, it's like when you judge, you are pretending to be God. And who are you to judge? If everything is, he would call it soptic, which is like if everything is sacred, everything is of the absolute.
Mhm.
When you judge, you're judging God. I'll used to use the God word. It's not really a word I normally use, just kind of the absolute or essence, whatever we want to use languaging. But that's what you're doing. So to be able to just be here and just watch. The other thing I love that RJ says, and I do love this one too and use it, it's like as you're looking out of your virtual reality glasses at what's going on out here, pretend like it's a boring movie. And if you're watching a boring movie, do you really care what's happening in it? You're not attached, right? You don't insist on having the answer the way it was for you to be okay with it.
Right.
And so I do love that. I do that one frequently. It's
Mhm.
just
Yeah, and there's a lot of them. He goes into it in depth in the first book, the Supercharged Self Healing book, and the latest book. This one's, and I love how you talked about it being prescriptive. All of his teachings are prescriptive. In the third book, Access Superconsciousness, 24 timeless truths and 24 tenets of self mastery.
mm,
And, a day doesn't go by that I don't talk to somebody who's been working with the teachings, and they're just always, it's always, their lives are changing for the better. They're not as reactive. Things aren't getting to them anymore. It's a beautiful thing. They're very, I love, he's also very clear, you know, like there's also nothing new under the sun. It's not like all these teachings haven't been around, but most of us don't. It's like Sri Yukteswar said a lot of the same things. I can't really understand it, and neither can many people, right?
right.
But
That's my point. Like I
he's
don't.
very he just tells it like it is. Speaks in he's very animated, and he said he shoots straight from the hip. He just tells exactly how it is and what the truth is. And when the truth feels different. When
Mhm.
you hear the truth, it lands in your energy field. Right, exactly. Create exactly. This expansion, this expansive feeling of, oh, it's like a sigh of relief for your energy body. It's extraordinary. It's so beautiful.
Yes. That's exactly how I feel it too. And it's not, I don't have to, the Renee
Yeah.
ego that doesn't, I don't have to produce it. I don't have to do it. I've spent my life promote out. And now it's just like, ah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I can just go from here and watch. And what's amazing is when you let go of the controls and you find, oh my God, like nothing bad happened. Instead, it's like, oh, I can breathe, I can relax, and things just show up. It's like magic. And then it's a little bit scary because now it's like, oh crap, I really am creating my own reality. Can I do it from here? And that little
Right.
ego mind is like, it gets very loud. And that's when you have to shift focus back to,
Yeah. Use a magic trick.
yeah,
Use a magic trick. Get you back into the present moment. Because when you're in the present moment, that's when your higher self or your higher mind can inform your actions, and you're in a state of constant meditation. You know, it's you use the magic tricks to get to normalized presence. Once you've normalized presence, then the I am presence can just flow through you,
Oh,
flows through you.
beautiful, Monica. Well, we are
Mhm.
coming up. We're at 20 minutes. And so you and I could do this forever and ever. And we're going to do it again. Promise, promise, promise me.
Yay.
Okay, let me just share with all of you that again, Monica has been, she's done all of RJ's really deep classes and just such a huge deep dive. And she now has her own website to help share. So we're going to put all the links and everything down in descriptions or in comments, depending on where you're seeing this. But Monica, if you just want to do a few more words about how to find you and RJ, etc.
Yeah, RJ, he has so many classes available. He's got a YouTube channel, just RJ at Ascend the Frequencies, and his website is ascendthefrequencies.com. All of his classes, workshops, everything is there. And I recently started a website. Really, my only goal is to promote his teachings because they're so powerful, they're so life-changing. And I do also offer personal sessions. If someone gets stuck, if you're working with his teachings, or even if you're not working with his teachings, but you'd like to, and you want to kind of fast track yourself, I can help you do that. I do private sessions. I've been doing that for many years. However, now I've got just these super high teachings, super high consciousness, and I'm able to really help people through things that they've worked, have had issues with their whole lives, with applying these teachings.
Yes.
You're able to move through them very quickly. So that's journeywiththemasters.com. And I also do, if for anybody who's on Telegram, I have a group called Timeless Wisdom. And apparently there's a couple different groups that use the same name. Just make sure you go to the one with the picture of the book that's the one. And there's a link there that you can link into my chat. I do a chat every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time, and every Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time. And we're doing, on the Sunday group, we're actually reading through this book, doing one tenet of self-mastery or one timeless truth each Sunday, and going deep with it. So those are ways to get a hold of me. And is really the only thing I care about right now is helping people to find him, find his work, use his teachings. He's got hundreds and hundreds of videos on his YouTube channel. Listen to them. I'm telling you, it will change your life. You will reconnect with your joy, your happiness, your health and well-being will improve as you get into the I am presence. As you normalize presence, all of the sickness and illness belongs to the EMI. And as you create space from that by being present, your body is going to begin to respond to that as well and go back to its natural normal state where it rejuvenates and regenerates itself. That's how we were designed.
Absolutely. Oh, Monica, thank you so much for taking time out to do this. And we are going to do it again very, very soon.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, Renee. And thank you for, you got a hold of RJ and you ran with him too. And I love that, because that's where it's,
that's where
the growth is. The growth is in immersing yourself in it and placing your focus in the highest consciousness.
Right.
Teachings.
Absolutely. It's doing the work. Here's the wisdom.
Doing the work. Yeah.
Here's the prescription. Now you need to do the work. Don't just talk about it. The talk is fine, but just talk. That's another doing. It's another doing.
Yeah.
Let's be.
Thank you.